Stay tuned because I'm about to show you some of Cauldron's overlooked morbid details and some equally killer angles. Hello gentlemen and ladies, and welcome back to another GGTV in-depth Destiny PvP map guide. This episode we go deep into Crota's dark dimension to study one of the most well-known of the Hive's underworld temples, Cauldron. As usual, if you're looking for advanced tips like callouts, head glitches, or the ghost location, you can always skip to the times shown on the screen. Cauldron is a small and fairly symmetrical map that features a hive structure carved out of the side of a mountain, buried deep in the otherworldly realm of Crota's dark dimension. It appears that over time the Hive have collected several enemy vessels, either as trophies or as a result of repelled assaults. The vessels lay wrecked on the base of the mountain. You can see fallen skiffs, Cabal dropships, human shuttles and lunar rovers crested on the rocks below the cliff. The map can be found in most PvP playlists, although it's not currently featured in Rift mode, with the Rift points being slightly imbalanced and too close to the Spark spawn. Rift can be selected in private match mode, of course. The map has been featured in Trials of Osiris. Let's get to know the map features and layout by going over the callouts. Alpha spawn is in a small plateau carved into the mountain and flanked by massive walls of rocks and the precipitous and deadly drop on the cliffside. To the immediate left of the spawn is a cylindrical pedestal with a piston-like lamp that's connected to a second pedestal by an arched walkway. The second pedestal seems to have the lamp retracted into itself. Directly in front of the spawn is a small cave that's buttressed by the decaying ribcage of some very large and probably fearsome creature. Above and to the left of the mouth of the cave is a balcony walkway. Against the wall of the balcony you can find the first of 3 special ammo spawns. Both the balcony and the cave open up into the Bone Room. The Bone Room, also called Green Room by some, is the location of C Point and features 3 more access points. The leftmost portal, a functioning sliding door, leads into the center of the map. A far hallway to the right and a small archway up the set of short steps leads into the pool room. The pool room gets its name from the small reflecting pool at the center. There's a covered walkway along the upper side of the pool, and opposite that, against the base of the support column, you can find the second of 3 special ammo crates. The first of 2 heavy ammo spawns, typically referred to as the inside heavy, is in the pool against the innermost wall. The pool is also the location of the overtime capture point in elimination game mode.
Bravo, win.
Continuing counterclockwise, beyond the pool room is the lamp room or orange room. A point is behind the lamp in the center of the chamber. The lamp room features decor often associated with the Hive's tombs and features some Cabal corpses and at least one human one littered about. Lamp room also features several other entrances/exits. The back hallway and the archway lead into pool room. The functioning door leads to the center of the map and B point. The open end of the massive hall leads out into a raised platform, the location of the final of 3 special ammo crates, and a small protruding lip or balcony that many call the plank. Down the steps of the platform we find Bravo spawn. Beyond Bravo spawn is another cylindrical pedestal, this one a solitary one, and the broken bridge, home of the second of the 2 heavy ammo spawns.
Heavy ammo on the way.
The center room has 3 additional access points from the outside ring of the map, also all of which have functioning doors. 2 lower passages corresponding to each side and 1 at the mouth of the broken bridge. The central chamber is a Hive throne room with impressively high ceilings. There's an altar or sarcophagus in the center of the room in front of the throne itself. B point spawns beyond the altar just before the steps leading up to the bridge. There are 2 lower flooded areas that flank B point and connect through an archway underneath it. Incidentally, when loaded in private match mode, you can find the map-specific ghost on the lower alpha side or green side of the chamber, in the corner shown here. The doors have very little in the way of announcement mechanism, a momentary blinking of the glyphs, so there can be little prediction of movement outside of the second or 2 of animation needed. Some players feel like the doors promote camping and stagnant gameplay, and certainly the doors do offer players an ability to choke off enemy movement. As a result, flanking on Cauldron is very difficult, and successful flanking will often necessitate engaging at a range where radar does not give away the attacking position,
Behind you guys.
or through coordinated attacks using distraction to mask movement. One other note about the doors are often lit or cast in the light of the corresponding spawn, aka green or orange. The singular heavy ammo spawn during games of elimination can be found at the foot of the throne. The position of this heavy ammo spawn further accentuates a perceived imbalance on Cauldron. The location of both spawns in relativity to the central chamber make B point and the heavy spawn in elimination easier to get through from Alpha spawn, giving Alpha team a small but marked advantage, allowing them to be the first to get to and control the center room and all of its access points. The imbalance was worse when the overtime capture point during elimination spawned in the throne room as well, but thankfully Bungie has relocated it to the pool room since. The throne room is of supreme tactical importance because of the easy access into the other chambers.
You neutralize Zone B.
And therefore holding B usually means winning in games of control.
You control all zones.
It's worth noting that Cauldron has a few movable obstacles in the form of hive urns. The larger ones will absorb fire and can only be toppled over by physically bumping into them. The smaller ones will block gunfire but will fall away under the force of the shot. For the uninitiated, Headglitches are spots on the map that take advantage of elevation or obstacles where players can still scope in and kill enemies while concealing just about their entire player model, oftentimes only exposing their head. Those spots are common for sniping but can be just as effective with primary weapons. Cauldron has many spots well suited to head glitching. Let's have a look, starting with the most common spots. The battle through the functioning doorways tends to be one fraught with head glitches and patient snipers, especially in the case of elimination. Perhaps the most well-known head glitch on Cauldron is the position inside the throne room behind the altar, shooting in towards bone room and lamp room. Additionally, you can use the altar to fire outwards towards the bridge door when defending the throne room from the outside ring. Another popular position when holding the throne room is near B point actual, using the rectangular half columns flanking the central pathway. This position can be used to scope in through both sets of doors. Players in lamp room can counter by taking position against the back wall, behind a barnacled column, or by shooting through a small opening to the left of the lamp, or by taking position on the lamp itself. Note that these positions are vulnerable from the flank. The lamp is also useful as cover when defending from attack from Bravo spawn. Bravo spawn has a couple of good spots as well. The stairs are excellent for head glitching A point or the lamp positions.
First blood goes to you.
There's a downed pendulum near the wall that acts as good footing for shooting through a flying buttress support near the wall. It's a good spot to attack through as well. Players will often use the bridge itself as cover.
Heavy ammo on the way.
Inside the throne room, the walkway can provide cover when shooting through the side outer doors. In Bone Room, players will oftentimes use the top of the steps to conceal themselves, shooting through the clump of bones at the top. The back corridors leading into the pool room is a common spot for engagement, where the curvature of the room can create opportunities for vertical cover. It's also worth noting that Cauldron has several small ledges and areas that can provide some interesting and unexpected angles. Sadly, or fortunately, depending on who you survey, the famous spot on the lip of the tomb-like coffers is no longer accessible. You can, however, climb up on the lower row of tombs in a few spots. Along the rock walls are a few tricky spots that can be effective for evading or hiding, especially in Inferno game types where radar is disabled. Along the wall near Bravo spawn, above the orange outer door to the throne room in the corner, and high above the green door to throne room. Finally, there's a spot below the cliff that can be reached that's tricky but effective for hiding from a roaming super or similar. It's technically out of bounds, but jumping up allows for resetting of the timer, allowing you to evade just a little bit longer. If I showed you something new, please hit that like and subscribe button. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch where I stream just about nightly. Thanks for watching. The gentleman is out.